Howdy gang, Dean Hankey here, Dino in Reno, the marketing magician, and let's learn and have some fun, shall we? Here's our commitment together, that I will train you full on and you will learn full on. This not a wasted ounce of time. Let's get to it, shall we? All in agreement? Say aye, let's go. This particular module is getting to know you, the VIP keys to relationship success, people, persuasion, and profit power live. So, sit back, relax, enjoy yourself, and let's understand how we make most effective connections, communications, and convert into the way we would like to serve, support, and encourage people in getting the results. So, the most targeted relationship results we can produce is making more deposits than withdrawals. One of two things happens in every human interaction. It really is quite this simple, and that is either we make a deposit or a withdrawal. Emotionally, spiritually, relationally, intellectually, and of course as business owners, financially. And by the way, this does not mean that you have to be direct and in person with them to make a deposit withdrawal. Your business card makes a deposit or withdrawal. Your website makes a deposit or withdrawal. In every human interaction, one of two things occurs. Either you make a deposit or withdrawal. Let me unpack this as we move through these processes. So this relationship marketing magic thing is it's kind of a high wire balancing act all unto itself. The goal, of course, is to generate results. And the best way to do that is literally to be of value, to bend over backwards and be of service to the people you hope to serve, support, and encourage. Listen, if I help you get results in advance, whatever they may be, whether it's money, whether it's relationships, whether it's whatever it is I happen to promise to deliver, and I help you achieve those results, I bend over backwards, producing specific measurable results for you and your success. Are you more or less likely to want to continue to do business with me, right? So either you're bending over backwards, making a deposit, or you are making a withdrawal, right? So the goal is to make more deposits than withdrawals. So let's talk about how you can better know people so that you can better know how to make more effective, compelling, compassionate, conversion-oriented deposits and results with people, right? Very, very simple. Here's the first foundational truth. We are not weird as people, right? We are not weird. We are simply wired differently. That just means to say that you are wired and plumbed differently than I am wired and plumbed, right? It's very simple. It's not a difficult. See, here's the truth. People are created to be celebrated, not just tolerated. And the challenge is, when was the last time you went into work or went someplace and just when you entered into the room, people stood up and gave you a big, rousing round of applause just for entering the room? Typically speaking, that doesn't happen, right? But the thing is, from the very beginning, we were created to be celebrated, not just tolerated. And so what does that mean to you? What that means to you is, typically speaking, you're probably just tolerating the people you aim to most celebrate. That's the people that you want to partner with as business relationships, the people you hope to serve, support, and encourage. We typically tolerate these people for the result that we get for ourselves. We have to change our mindset. We have to move from going from just tolerating our business relationships to celebrating them in a proactive, ongoing, and effective manner, right? So, what's the major key to success when getting to know you? It really is this simple. The first rule of rapport is this. People like people who are like, fill in the blank. What do you think? It's them, or how they want to be, right? This explains a lot Why is it that you step onto an elevator or walk into an instant relationship opportunity, and then all of a sudden you feel like in just a few short moments, a few short seconds even, like you happen to know these people, like they could be your very best friend, like you could go out and grab a meal together and feel like you've known each other forever. And yet there are those people that no matter what you do, how hard you try, that you find it almost impossible to make that indelible, deep, connectional trust relationship that is required to move to the next level. Well, there's some scientific evidence to prove why that happens. The one is people like people who are like them, or how they want to be. This also explains why we are so desperately in love with people we've never met, i.e. celebrities, sports and television and movie and personalities, people, because we feel like, for whatever reason, whether it's a part they're playing or it's a behavior they demonstrate or whatever, they behave, they think, they act sort of like us, or at least how we want to be, right? So you'll find that you have the most instant, indelible resonation or connection with people who are more like you. They believe like you. They have the same core values, or at least some of the core values that you have. Ideological, emotional, they're like you. They may even be physiologically, or they behave or respond like you. We call that matching mirror modeling, but that's a whole different topic. We're going to go into the ABC 1, 2, 3 VAK three-step process for beginning to understand how people behave and how you can begin to understand them. Most people, dare I say all people, can be categorized into three basic behavioral styles. And there's a whole bunch. I'm a certified DISC guy and some other behavioral analysis shape, but this is the simplest because it's three simple things, and you can begin to recognize these quite quickly. And this is visual, auditory, and kinesthetic, right? And this is the see, hear, feel of human nature and human behavior. And by the way, most, dare I say, all people can be categorized into these three basic outcomes or outlines. So visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Once you begin to understand these three basic ideas and ideals and how you can recognize them by language patterns, how you can recognize them by behavioral outcomes, how you can recognize, then you can begin to make deposits more like a visual or more like an auditory or more like a kinesthetic, even though you are not predominantly any one of those predominantly. So the next video, we're going to unpack the visual style and strategy so you can begin to understand how visual people relate to the world and how you can understand, and then once again make more visual like deposits, because people like people who are like them. Really is that simple. Dean Hankey, Dino and Reno, the marketing magician, visual, auditory, kinesthetic. We'll see you back here in just a minute.